Our top focus at 8:30 a.m. India is going all out to literally roll out the red carpet for the third edition of the 4-day India-Africa Forum Summit. This will enable consultations at the highest political level between the heads of government of 54 nations across Africa and the Indian government.
New Delhi is ready to play host to the third India-African Forum Summit this week. Only 15 African countries were invited during both the previous summits in 2008 and 2011. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi decided to take India-African outreach to an unprecedented level. The scale even bigger than similar summits hosted by the United States, China and Japan in the past. Talking about the importance of the summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said, and I quote, "This, I think, is going to take relations between India and Africa to new heights. I think it is this partnership and this equality that is being given to all the countries."
Some of the fastest growing economies in the world are on the African continent. It's a continent which has large amounts of arable land. It's a continent which is resource rich.
This is the largest international gathering at the level of heads of states that India is hosting since the 1983 NAM and Chogam summit under the leadership of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. The venue for the event then was the Vigyan Bhavan as it stood before it was razed down by a fire and a new building came up in its place. But this time around, even this traditional convention center in the national capital was felt inadequate.
The Indira Gandhi Stadium at Delhi's ITO will instead be the venue to the grand diplomatic event. All leaders and representatives will sit at the same level, like at the G20 or UNGA at this refurbished stadium.
उस stage पर you cannot accommodate adequate number of heads of state, heads of government or representatives. इसीलिए हमने कोई और तरीका ढूंढा है.
The stadium will be all decked up. Camels will add the traditional tadka to the venue, while delegates will be dressed in specially tailored Made in India shirts. From leasing 55 top-end luxury sedans to booking 9 5-star hotels, the Ministry of External Affairs is leaving no stone unturned in its diplomatic overdrive.
As India rolls out the red carpet for its African partners, trade, technology and development partnership will be top of the agenda. New Delhi will also hope that this 54-member strong grouping will provide a significant push for its aspirations of a permanent seat on a reformed Security Council. In New Delhi with video journalist Sanjeev Kumar, this is Smita Sharma for India Today.
Okay, let's cut across live now to Smita Sharma, who joins us with all the latest. Morning, Smita. This is going to be a very big congregation. India rolling out the red carpet for Africa. Number one, if you could tell us the significance of this meeting, and number two, what are the arrangements that have been made?
Yes, Ankit, good morning for all of you as well. Clearly, this is a huge event. It's about India's brand standing on the global diplomatic stage, because it's joining a league where, if you see, the past summit holders are countries like Japan, China, and the EU, as well as the US. So India is essentially becoming the 5th country to be hosting this event at this level. Now, African countries, as states are not speak there in that report that I had said. They have very rich resources, arable, they have a 20,000 kilometers long coastline. So India also has absolute strategic maritime interests. Of course, not forgetting those historic colonial relationships that the two countries share. So it's about, China has made huge investments in the African continent. Somehow, they were the first ones to enter. They've actually been able to come out with a similar business outcome.
Absolutely. In fact, Smita, we are running these graphics on the screen right now on why are the Indo-African ties so important. If you can, in fact, tell us a little about how India is showing the world that the future is in Africa, and government after government in India have recognized Africa's potential. Smita, can you hear me? All right, we'll try going across to Smita in just a short moment from now, but let's cue these graphics from the top, and then we'll talk about the importance. Why is Africa so important for India? Indians and Africans make 1/3 of the world's population. So it's a population force which can, if working together, become a force multiplier. Investment in Africa and India will empower the underprivileged population, and perhaps cooperation between the two will also help making India a major source of foreign direct investment in Africa, surpassing China, which is the biggest economic threat for India. Now, it will give a boost to tourism in both India and Africa with this sort of direct tie-up or bilateral understanding. African natural resources, this is the main point. African natural resources are the most important for the development to India to realize any sort of development goals that it wishes to achieve. And Indian investment will create jobs and wealth in Africa. So it's a two-way process. It's not just helping India, it's helping Africa as well. Now, conservation of nature and climate change is crucial to both the regions, and that is going to be one of the key issues of cooperation between African nations as well as India.